Hello, I am the Great KHM, and welcome to my Let's Play Modded Minecraft Season 3, Episode 23, I think it is? Or maybe it was 22, I can't remember. Anyway, so, I've been working on this off camera here, and I finally got the Rune of Sacrifice, or the Ritual of Sacrifice to work. Or Well of Sacrifice, whatever it's called. Maybe it's Well of Pain, I don't remember. Anyway, so last episode I had it here, and it wasn't working, and I built a second altar, and plunked it down right on top of it, and suddenly it started working. So, when the wiki says that this thing is designed to work, to be placed underneath the altar, it's not kidding. The thing has to be practically touching the altar in order to work. So I've moved it underneath the altar here, and now it works just fine. But now, I said I was going to make it, just have this be a tier 1, but I discovered that I do in fact need this to be at least a tier 4 in order for this to work well here. The reason is because the altar by itself is absolute crap. It cannot transfer the blood that it contains fast enough to do anything with it, really. I think it's like 20 units per tick for either pumping out or I can't think of the word. Putting it into an item. Yes. So what that means is that all that I had managed to pump out before, it was just coming out at a drizzle, and most of the blood was going to waste. And same with putting it into items, it was mostly going to waste. So now that actually isn't too much of an issue to me. At the moment, I don't mind wasting blood, but the problem comes with using this ritual, which consumes 2 per whack, and it can easily get like 100. It can easily drain like 100 per whack with this thing running, because just how many guys just bottle up in there. And 100 per whack when it can only put in 20 is a serious deficit. So I created these speed runes, which is made like this, just simple blank slates and some sugar mixed in with the blood rune stuff that the altar is normally made out of to get speed blood rune. Each one of these increases the amount that it can put in, the amount of blood it can stick into an item. There's a separate one for how fast you can pump stuff out, but anyway, each one of these increases how much blood it can stick into an item by 20%. And it's additive, so for 1 block is 20%, 2 blocks is 40%, 3 blocks is 60%, so on and so forth. Yes. And I calculated that I would need about 50 of these things to keep up with the demand. Now, I only have like 48 here, so, but that is actually able to keep up with the demand, as we'll see. Activate this, and it starts killing them. And right-clicking on this, you can see every time it whacks it, we end up with a slight surplus. Yes. Which is good. Now, an interesting little phenomenon that I've noticed is that some of these zombies that are spawning in have an undying attribute, which means that they actually regenerate faster than this thing can damage them, which is interesting. Yes, also another thing, mobs killed by this, it doesn't count them as having been killed by a player, so it doesn't drop experience or any special items, which is a bummer, but thankfully the zombie flesh that we are mostly after is not a special item, so we get plenty of that. Turn this back on. Yes. And also the rune thing, the ritual does not seem to cost anything to just kind of leave it running with no mobs around. So I can just leave it running with no mobs around. Anyway. Yes. So, I want to do something else real quick. I want to make a, let's see, extra... Alright. Node. I want to make a transfer node here. Wait, what? Seriously? Oh, okay. That just confused me. Alright, so we're gonna need some slabs, some redstone. Have any slabs to spare? Probably not. I'll just make some. I'll lock my build bag, because that's kind of annoying otherwise. Alright, and we're also gonna need some glass. Some glassy glass. I believe that there. And the smooth stone on top and bottom gets us absolutely nothing, because that is apparently the wrong one. Right. Forgot. Yes. There we go, that gets us 8 of that. And we're just gonna need one of these, so redstone block. And lag. Serious lag. Alright, redstone block. We're also gonna need... Wait, what was that? Oh, we could use an ender pearl instead, actually. And that gets us 4. I like that option, actually. Let's see, do I have any spare ender pearls around here? Seemed to me like I had a fair number. There's one. Alright, and a chest. I believe I have some in here, yep. Alright. There we go, 4 of those gizmos. I only need 1, but I can't say no to a bargain. Anyway, what created this? Extra utilities. Extra util. Okay, so next we need to create, let's see, a rationing pipe, I believe. Rationing pipe. Okay, which was going to require some lapis. And same recipe as before, it looks like. So, this, and lapis in the center. And that gets us 2 of those, okay. Put away the dust. Alright, now the reason why I want these is actually over here. I'm gonna move this ring, and boop. Okay. I want to break this and break this. Yes. This is something I've just kind of found out about. Now, these tube things, they're awesome. Oh, that's interesting little graphic. Okay, so tube things are awesome, but they actually consume a fair amount of resources because they're doing a lot of chatting and advanced stuff. But if we do this, and then do this, wait, what? Okay, things aren't happening as I thought they would. Alright, let me see what I did wrong here. I sees what I did wrong here. Alright, I need an advanced, or hyper rationing, which is buttons, apparently. Not that. Okay, so grab the other one. Okay, so the problem is that I made the wrong one. What I need is the same recipe. Just about. That there. But instead of slabs, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 buttons. That's kind of a weird recipe. but whatever. And this gets us hyper rationing. Place that there. There we go. Now that will keep exactly one unit in there, and it's a lot faster, or a lot less resource intensive. Yes, which means I can actually drop this down from 6 seconds. You know, I'll leave it at 6 seconds. If I start getting a serious surplus of zombie flesh, I'll bump that up. Anyway, while we're here, let's have a look at how well this is doing. Actually, you know, I'm going to light up this island here real quick. Doot. 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 There we go. Don't want to get ambushed by something. Alright, yes, now let's have a look at our progress here. Wow, that thing is noticeably larger. Alright. There it is. Okay, Terra and Aqua are almost at 150. Pert, Air, and Perdito, Order, Pert, and Air are almost at 100. Ignis is a little low. Maybe I should come up with some sort of way to increase Ignis. Not sure what, though. Ooh, charcoal might be good for that. Just slowly feed this. Okay, so that is looking good. Alright, now what I want to work on this episode is the power plant. I think I finally figured out how exactly I want it to be. But I need to gather up some stuff, maybe clear out its space, and get back to that when I come back. Okay, so I've got the general shape of the power plant here. I'm basically going to have a structure with tanks. There we go. A couple of tanks on top. One for unrefined fuel, one for refined fuel. And then over here I'll have 4 pillars of engines. Although I only have enough for 1 pillar at the moment, but planning for future. Yes. And it's going to kind of rise up. The part around the engines will be cylindrically shaped, kind of like this. Then I'll have the tanks up basically on top of the roof, or at least, well, I'll have them up on the roof with the inside of a tower. This thing will probably actually come out to cover them a bit, so that the the contents of the tanks can be made visible to the outside world. Now, I've been kind of sitting here for a while trying to figure out how exactly I want this to look. And, well, the current structure that I have laid out meets functional requirements. I worry about the aesthetics. Since it's a source of power generation and it's using fossil fuels, one generally thinks of smokestacks of such a facility, with nice big black plumes coming out. Only thing is, I can't really think of how to do that and make it connected to the building. I can't really put such a thing on top of the building, because that would eliminate the expansion of either the tanks or this. So that means I'd have to build it off to the side. I don't know, maybe we'll just build the main building, see how that turns out. As for materials, I'm not entirely sure. You know, I saw, while I was scouting around, I think I saw a few areas, few mesa biomes somewhere. that I could probably, this looks like mesa. Yeah, that looks like a mesa biome. There's one closer that I can go to get some hardened clay. And that would open up some options as to style, because I could color that. Yes, Alright, well, I'm going to go gather some blocks, start experimenting with the look and feel of this place, and I'll be back once I have an idea of what I want it to look like. Okay, so I've checked on my node, and I've noticed it's a bit short in the igneous department. Now, it is gaining igneous, but clearly that's its weak point at the moment, and I need to come up with a way to bolster that a bit. So, I've thought of a way to do that. And the answer is this. By combining a dolly with 3 diamonds, I get a diamond dolly. And with this diamond dolly, I can pick up a blaze spawner, which I can then place into my grinder. And I just realized wood is probably not the best material for this grinder to be made out of right now. But anyway, the blazes will get ground up, and the blaze rods can be thrown at the hungry node to help increase the ignis. Also note that by carrying that spawner, I've lost some durability in my diamond dolly. Unlike my portal gun, it does not have infinite use, but it is able to carry spawners through portals. Yes, let's see. Yeah, so looking at this blaze rod, you can see that it has 4 ignis and 2 the magic wand things. The magic wand things can also break down into ignis as well as a few other things, but this blaze rod is mostly ignis, so this would be a perfect material to throw at the hungry node. And the rationing pipe here, I think, might also be useful. Yes. So I'm going to get things set up off camera, and then we'll get back to building. Okay, I know that I said we were going to just continue building next I came back, but I thought of something else to do. Now, I've been kind of thinking about a problem I've been having, and I've come upon a solution held by Tinker's Construct. I want to make a new sword. And for this, we're going to use a thalmium blade. Oh. Is that where it goes? No. Here. Oh, fine. A thalmium blade, an obsidian tool rod, and a paper wide guard. Now, I've scoffed at the reinforcement thing before, but something kind of occurred to me about it. Anyway, this gets us a thalmic writable with reinforced 3 blade that does 3 hearts of damage. Oh wow, that's actually even more than I thought it was. Sweet. And we shall name this... come on. Right, gotta select this first. Harvester. So, now, if you don't know, when you use a thalmium ingot component, it adds a writable modifier, and I believe has about the equivalent of like iron or something, I don't know. So, it's like iron with a writable trait, which is why this has 5 modifiers. But 5 modifiers just isn't going to be enough. So, oops. Let's give this thing a diamond and gold. Wait. There's a diamond modifier? Which adds 500 durability. Oh, that's cool. Anyway, gold block, which gets us an additional modifier. A notches apple with a diamond block gets us an additional modifier. 7 modifiers. That's going to be important. Now, in case you don't know, if you need to mass produce a component with or something with Tinker's construct, instead of using a faucet to pour into a mold, you can actually use a pipe to pump it out into a mold, and then from the mold, once it hardens into the component, you can then pump it out into a chest, which is how I got 7 obsidian plates. Oop, need to reverse that. Now, as I was saying, I had scoffed at reinforcement before, but this is amazing. Okay, so we have reinforced 3 here before any plates. After 1 plate, reinforced 4, reinforced 5, reinforced 6. Now keep in mind, each level of reinforcement adds 10% to its unbreakability, or yeah, so for every level of reinforcement is 10% chance that no durability will be used. So, reinforced 6 here, I believe that's reinforced 6, yes, reinforced 6 has a 60% chance that no durability will be used. 7% chance no durability will be used. 80% chance. 90% chance, 100% chance that no durability will be used from this blade. Completely indestructible blade. And with another star, I could put luck on it. Oh, speaking of luck, look at this. According to this, I have 205 lapis on this blade. Note that I've only put a little bit more than a stack of lapis on this blade, actually. So the more I use this, the more lapis points it seems to get, which is kind of an interesting thing to note. Anyway, so now if we come over here... Oh, come on. Come on, go down. Come over here to the autonomous activator. We can throw it in there, and now it will be used. Now, the reason why I want to do this is because blaze rods apparently only drop if the blaze is killed by a player or an autonomous activator. So by doing this, I can run the autonomous activator infinitely without worry for the durability of the weapon that's in there. Yes, this combined with the Well of Suffering, which will weaken the mobs, means that I'll have a nice little mob farm here. Yes, and I only need to be nearby to enable things to function. Actually, I might end up getting a few more blaze spawners to help speed this up. But yes, so this is my diabolical plot. Actually, I could even turn off the Well of Suffering and just rely upon the blade there. Yes. So I'm going to sit here and idle for a little while to get some blaze rods, hopefully, and I'll be back when we are ready to build. Hopefully I actually mean it this time. Okay, I seem to be going a little mad here, as that a thick fog has just appeared. Anyway, so I want to make something here, and make this the wand focus of equal trade. Now, this is pretty darn cool. If you take your wand, shift, right click, left click, right click, maybe just right click, left click, press F. Ah, there we go. Okay, so if you press F, little thing comes up showing you what focuses you have. And you can see that the wand has changed, so now I have the wand of the focus of equal trade, and it's night and raining, apparently. Okay. Now, this is the power station that I've built so far. And, yeah, it's looking pretty cool so far. But, use a little bit more, I think. Now, off camera, I went ahead and built this. It's a chisel from, the chisel mod, which is, okay, apparently won't show me because it's damaged. But it's basically a stick and iron. I'll look it up real quick. Chisel. Where'd be the chisel? 2. There it is. Stick and iron. Oh, there's apparently a diamond version. And an obsidian version. How interesting. And a cloud in a bottle. Interesting. Anyway. So, with the chisel, if you right-click on it, you get this nifty little menu thing, and you can throw things in here, and pull out different-looking blocks. This adds a whole bunch of decorative blocks to the game, which is quite nice to have. Next thing, carpenter's blocks. I made these wedges here, which you can see I already have up there. They're made like so. Made of carpenter blocks, which is also made like so. And if you take a wedge, plop it down, you can right-click on it with a hammer to change its shape and its rotational direction, which is pretty cool. And then if you take a block of some sort and right-click on it, boom, it takes on the texture of that block, which is pretty nifty. There we go. Alright. Now, if we take one of these blocks, plop it down, take our wand of equal trade, shift right-click on it, or maybe just right-click on it. No, I'm pretty sure it's shift right-click. Alright, oh, yes. If I take my jetpack off, you can see in the upper hand, left-hand corner, it shows that that block is selected, and that I have 191 blocks of it in my inventory. Okay, and if I... Right, jetpack. Come over here and demonstrate this here. If I right-click on a spot, like say here, it'll convert a small area of smooth stone blocks, in this instance, over to this granite. Yes, this polished granite blocks. And I would switch it back. Actually, you know what? I can just come over here. Now you'll note that it turned it all into cobblestone, which is a tad annoying. But convenience has its price. Alright, now if I shift right-click on the smooth stone, you'll sort of see in the upper left-hand corner that it's changed, and if I right-click again, boom, changed it all back. And I got all but one of my granite blocks back. Well, oh, right, because I sat it down. I totally forgot about that. Okay. Yes, I have it sat down right here. Now, if I switch back to this, I can fly around here, and when you left-click instead of right-click, it'll replace a single block. And as you can probably see in the upper left-hand corner, this consumes a little bit of Terra, Order, and Perdito, I believe. Yes. There we go. I was kind of thinking that having granite every 3 or so blocks, just a granite strip. Well, perhaps every 4 blocks instead. I'll try 4. And there we go. That actually looks pretty good. I am amazed at myself. Okay, now, since I already have these the carpenter wedges in place, if I right-click on with the block that I want them to be, boop, and we get this nice sort of smooth indentation building, indentation sort of feel to it. And I'll just fill out the rest with the polished diorite blocks. Oops. Now, something interesting to note is that the Wand of Equal Trade, I think, works with most blocks that you can place, and can actually be used for mining. As that one of the blocks it will actually replace other blocks with is torches or ladders. So if you right-click on a torch, shift right-click on a torch, and then right-click in a space of underground full of stone, you can replace all that stone within a small area with torches, which will detect that they aren't on any blocks and pop off. Yes. There's also a source of lighting that I want to use called the arcane lamp. I would have actually made one made several about the same time I made the foci, but I am unfortunately low on amber. Yes, I apparently haven't gotten a whole lot of amber. I think the reason for that is I've been mostly mining deep underground, but amber, I believe, sits at around the surface level. I don't know. Anyway, so there we go. How's that look? I think that looks pretty darn good. I am absolutely amazed at how good this looks. And apparently something is following me. Okay. Yeah, that looks really good. Okay, let's go get some stuff. I should probably consider making a sanity checker. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do that real quick. Toss this in here for the moment. Let's see, what does it take to make a sanity checker? Because clearly I need one. Alright, we need one of these gizmos. Tear. Okay. I believe I need some glass. And what else? Gold. Do I have any gold? Oh, I do have some gold. I'm running really low on gold, so I'm going to need to do some more mining. Why do I keep checking that? I think it's because I need glass. Glass. some glass, some gold, mirror, which requires pane, and quicksilver. One pane, one quicksilver, one magic rod. Boop boop. Well, I'm gonna have to get this stuff off camera because I don't think I have any of that stored away at the moment. So, one second, then I'm just gonna put this in here. Yes. Okay. We'll make the sanity checker later. Yes. In which case, we shall grab some of this, redstone piping, and my compression dynamos, and as well as some hardened fluid ducts. Yeah. Oh, it's nighttime. Okay, now I'm going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Engine, 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 or I guess dynamo. There we go. And the other 5 will be from the base when I get around to pulling them. Yes. Alright. I'm also going to need some smooth stone. I need kind of pillars to run redstone up. Something like this. But I'm not entirely sure that I want to use smooth stone for that. Oh well, whatever. Fine for the moment. This here is just temporary. Alright. These fluid ducts, yes they are. Okay. So. Yeah, excuse me. Alright. I made a couple of ever full urns. Plop, 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 plop. Now, I did some calculations, and it takes about 16 minutes for this thing to use 1 bucket of fuel, and 4 buckets of water. So, a grandmother with an eyedropper should be able to keep up with the water requirements that these things have. Alright, anyway. Plop this, plop this, plop this, plop this. So these ever full urns should be perfect for this particular application. That took more fluid ducts than I actually thought it would. Alright. Yes. And I'm also going to need servos. Have I 4 servos to spare? I have a servo. Alright, let's make some servos. Servo. Let's get some hardened ones. Invar, iron nugs, and glass. We got iron nugs already. We got some Invar already. But some more Invar could not hurt. I'm also running low on iron. Alright. Toss that in there. That'll do for the moment. Alright. 1, 2. Oops. And there we go. Just need to make this so it does not require a redstone signal. And fill up all the dynamos with water. Perfect. Alright, and now we need another tube here, which will run along the side here. This will bring fuel into the dynamos. Alright. Not entirely sure how I should have those tubes. Power will go into the ground here, or possibly some thing underneath this. And yes. I need to get some redstone down. See. For redstone, I'm clearly going to use some alloy wiring. And I need some sticks here. Sticks, not like that. Like that, there we go. Grab a couple of levers. And until I am able to put in a proper system, I am going to just use those levers there. Boop, 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 and boop. Boop, 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 and boop. Alright, that'll keep the dynamos from running. And I am going to boop, boop, boop. Alright. Yes. You know, actually... No, I am going to put this up a little bit higher here. Having these so low seems kind of unnecessary. Oh, right, I have a... I have a lever there. Alright, I'm gonna make a couple more levers. Pop that there. Pop that there. 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 Alright, now where did my... There we are. Fluid ducts. And I don't want these things connecting to the other full urn, which I don't think would actually be an issue, but, you know. Alright, and let's see here. I think I would actually want this to join up in the center here. And have it go all the way to the fuel. Now, something interesting to note about railcraft tanks is that valves that are placed on the bottom like this, if you connect to it like this, it will automatically pump the contents of the tank out. So you don't require a server or anything for valves on the bottom of the tank. And there we have it. Wait, what? Low. I didn't realize I was going to need to set these. I thought these things would be set by default. Power output. Low. Low. Why do these things... Okay. Okay. no, no, go up, go up, go. Something interesting to note. Now, thankfully, these things dynamically changed the power output. As you probably saw, they were reducing their power output as the buffer filled up. Makes them more efficient, but if that buffer reaches full, they will still continue to run and try to output some power, which wastes fuel, so want to keep them off while I'm not using them. Yes. And that's the basic setup here. I'll clearly need some power storage. I might actually put that under here. I'm actually kind of liking that idea. But I'll probably work on that off camera. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. We've probably gone on way too long. And oh dear, mob spawnage. Yeah, so once again, I am KHM, and I'll work on this a bit off camera. And once again, I'm KHM. I think I just said that 3 times. I really want you guys to know that I am KHM. Yes, because that is apparently very important. In case, you guys forgot in your short-term memory in the last 5 minutes when I've said that. Alright, so yes. I'll see you guys in the next episode.